Good day. You probably already know my name is Bobo. I am a friend of Ed. I was requested. Somebody asked if I would be brought on. So here I am. This is kind of like I was in another episode of Let's Be Friends. Don't watch his mouth. His mouth will move because he's a puppeteer. Puppeteers don't have. He's a puppeteer and not a. He is not a ventriloquist, so he doesn't have to worry about moving his mouth. I'm the one you're watching when I am talking. So that I can get better and better at doing live streams, better and better at providing uh, wholesome entertainment or good entertainment. It's only 3 minutes in, so we'll just wait and see. Bobo is at my side, so I'm letting him rest. He's he's down here chilling. He's resting comfortably until you ask him some questions. And we will try to fulfill your requests. So I guess we could clear our minds. I could take you through a guided meditation maybe. For those of you who are watching this after, we have someone saying hello, welcome. This is Let's Be Friends is what I call this. It's a Q&A or just something to do. What am I doing? I'm waiting for people to chat with. And once we get our chats going, we can hopefully make this a really interesting interaction. That's what I do mostly is try to make an exciting exchange. I do this in the around 11 o'clock and near 4 o'clock. So I try to do 2 a day. That way I can keep in touch with my subscribers, keep in touch with people who are who like my content. Lately I've been putting out some comedy content, and it's been doing okay. How old am I? I am 53 years old. This and this is mostly adults. Most of my demographic is adults between like 18 and 40. How's it going, T? We got 2 people so far. It looks like we have a newcomer, an initiate. I brought Bobo. How you doing? I'm learning how to talk to people, doing the best I can. I'm pretty new at this, so I'll try to answer any questions you might have. So, hey. So we got we got an LOL. LOL means laugh out loud. Oh, Bobo's. Sup, dude? That is right. My name is Bobo. I do what I can to entertain, make people laugh, and cut up and have a great time. Ed's pretty good at that too. So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do today. I guess how old I am. I don't know. My guess would be maybe at least 18. I don't know. 18 or 20, somewhere around there. I notice a lot of kids watch my content. Um, Again, when I put up the content, it asks if it's for kids or not for kids. I put not for kids, but kids still watch my content because sometimes the jokes are meant for mature audiences, and for some reason, kids like my content also. Not even close. I guess I'm not that good of a guesser. So you got to be younger than 18, I guess. Oh, I got a like. Thank you for the like. You're 10 years old? Well, I better watch my language then. I can't get too graphic as long as I guess you can watch with your parents' permission. They call it PG, parental guidance. If you're 10 years old, you might need some parental guidance. But I don't discriminate, so I can entertain all ages, I guess, as long as I don't get too gross. So one of you are old enough. 20 years old is old enough for me to crack jokes. So yeah, if you're under 18, parental discretion, or no, parental guidance. So we got 3 people. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 people. I always add 1 when I look at the scoreboard here. I got 2 likes. Thank you for that. So if anyone has jokes, put them in the comments. You can do everything. 3 likes. That's right. Oh, I'm only seeing 2 likes. So maybe they all record at the end of this. By the end, we will have a tally of likes. I could probably make this a show for all ages. I don't usually use bad language anyway, or descriptive content. So I could probably, yeah, make this like a show for everybody, young and old, kids at heart. I bring my puppet Bobo for extra joy and fun. So basically, I sit here in this chair, and how long have you been streaming now? I think it was April of this year is how long I've been doing this. Because you have to get at least 300 subscribers or something like that before you can start live streaming off your phone. Because the phone is what I have right now to work with. I'm hoping later on to get a laptop that has a camera in it, or the camera built in. Then I can just set the laptop here on the camera. I mean, set the laptop. What do you call an angry carrot? The drum roll. We let the drum roll, and then we listen for the drum roll, and then we get the punch line. A steamed veggie. That's what you call an angry carrot, a steamed veggie. Thank you for that joke. The jokes make this worthwhile. What do you call an angry carrot, a steamed veggie? And then who was the one that told I've fallen and I can't giddy up? This is my first time. Someday answer my question. Oh, this is my first time. Someday answer your question. What question was that? I guess my memory is not that good today. What was the question I haven't answered yet? I answered how old I am. I answered me. Oh, somebody asked you a question. Okay. That makes me feel better. I can relax now. Today is a pretty easy week for me. I'm glad to hear that. Nothing. Oh, you told the joke. Of course you did. I was looking at your Chihuahua earlier. He was sleeping. That's a picture. Your little what was it? The profile picture is a picture of your dog sleeping. I have a picture of my dog cuddling with his Dalmatian. He's got a plush toy that has a Dalmatian. So there's a possibility that I have two people. Looks like somebody left. So I could keep this going. We're only 12 minutes into the show. I'll keep going until my battery dies, or until everybody falls asleep. Da, 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 da. I clock for me is 10 at night. Oh, it's 10 at night where you are? So you're probably in the UK right now? So if right now it's 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I think. 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'd be 7 o'clock in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. There's a bit of a delay, so... Oh, Finland! Welcome from Finland. So we are getting international here. We are international people. We span the globe. Oh, yes, you are in Finland. Finland, 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 a place where I'd like to be. Monty Python made a song about Finland. Finland, 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 a place where I quite want to be. Let me know if you like Bobo. If you like Bobo, I'll stay around. I'll stick around. I have to go, but I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for coming by. Thanks for stopping by. Looks like I got 4 people. It's a pretty small country, Finland. Oh, really? Well, that's good. There's not much territory. Australia is a pretty big country. It's an island, but it's a large island. And then there is Japan. I think Japan is a lot smaller than Australia. Japan, like Hawaii, is a series of islands. How much did my teddy cost? I don't know. I bought it a long time ago. I think around $30 or something like that. Are you referring to Bobo? Teddies usually aren't blue. I'm blue. I'm like the color of cotton candy. I'm getting used to playing with the puppet. So it looks like I've got 2 people, possibly 3. Welcome to the party. I'll try to keep this as fun, as entertaining as I can. We're 16 minutes in, so hopefully I can keep the energy levels high. Do you have a kid? I think I have 1 daughter. I have probably 1 daughter. Don't know for sure, but that's I don't really like to go into that too much because it was a heartbreaking experience. And yeah, I don't. It's weird that I'm 55 years old, no kids, no wife. But hey, I got through life alive. life is a, they say life is a terminal illness. So, well, we're down to one person now. Everyone's left. So we'll see who joins in. We have somebody from Finland. And I think if Arthur joins, I believe he's from Canada. Then we've got T. Harrison was just with us. I'm not sure. I have almost 100% battery power. So we'll have to see how long that lasts. It usually lets me know when the battery power is low. I get like a warning or an alert telling me that my battery power is low. It's not quite dark yet. We still have a lot of daylight time, I guess. So I've usually been able to go for at least an hour. So it's like 18 minutes so far. So we'll at least have 100 minutes or 100. There's 60 minutes in an hour. For some reason, when an hour goes by, it shows 100. So maybe 100% of an hour. So we're down to 0 people now. I've done my best. I showed up. I turned on the camera, and we're 18 minutes into the show so far. Do you get bored? I get bored, and that's why I do this. This is what brings back excitement. I try to chat with people. See what's up. You're still here. Good. Thank you for sticking around. We'll see who else joins. So we had Mr. T. Harrison join us. We had Arthur's not here yet. X Trigger is not here yet. So maybe they will join later. Then we could have a pretty good powwow. I wonder why it shows 0. It shows 0 even though one person is joined. That's interesting. But I've been left with 2 likes so far. So be generous with your likes. I live in the United States. I'm in Georgia, one of the United States. I'm in Dallas, Georgia. There seems to be a Dallas in every state. So I guess we're state also means country. So we're like 50 states, 50 countries. They're all considered different countries, but they are known as states. So yeah, that's where I am. I'm on the eastern side, southeastern side of the country. I'm not quite near I am pretty close to the shore. So we're across the pond. Have I ever been robbed? No, I've never been robbed. I've had, my mother's car was broken into one time. So you're giving me an emoji? I have been attacked before, because I lived in a pretty rough neighborhood, Del Paso Heights in California. That's a pretty rough area on El Camino, near El Camino and Plaza Avenue. I used to walk from Plaza Avenue to Boxwood. And one time I worked at Wienerschnitzel on El Camino, and they would close at 1 o'clock in the morning, the Wienerschnitzel on El Camino, and I had to walk from El Camino all the way to I was attacked a couple of times. One time by a group of people, which was kind of sad. You know, why do you need a group of people to attack one person? So I came out alive, so I guess I'm all right. I got a broken nose out of the deal. So one time I was attacked by a guy with a screwdriver. This guy came at me with a Phillips tip screwdriver. I guess if you carry a Phillips tip screwdriver, it's not considered a weapon. So I guess that's why he had it. So I'm glad I could run fast. I ran away until he caught up to me. So yeah, it's never fun getting attacked. As long as you can live to tell about it, I guess it's a pretty interesting, a pretty good experience. I had to run through a bunch of stickers because they have these thistles that grow, I guess, during the summertime. They're like not cattails. They're like dandelions. And when they grow, there's these little star thistles at the end of the plant. And I had to run through them to get away from my assailant. So yeah, I've never been robbed. I guess attacked is just as good as being robbed. Only you're not missing anything afterwards. I never won a pie eating contest. I never entered into a pie eating contest. I won $50 one time. I was down to my last few dollars. That's all right. It's good to listen to your mom. Mom is a good guidance counselor, somebody who guides you into a better life, because she's already lived most of her life. So 2 from 1, 1 from 2 leave 1. So somebody might still be here, because I see 1, so there's possibly 2. We'll see who is watching and listening. We are 24 minutes in. We got 1 person hanging on, it looks like. 2 likes. Maybe I'll get more views. Bye. I like your hand. The hand emoji telling me bye-bye. Good talking to you. So I guess we can call this a picnic. We're having a picnic. We're having a little get together out here in my beautiful backyard, my side yard. Now we got 2 people. We'll see who joins today. Who's here for the long haul. We got 25 minutes in. Don't be shy, say hi. I can't see you, but you can see me. So anybody got questions? Oh, we're down to 1 now. Some people pop in for only a few minutes just to see if I'm on. And then once they verify their curiosity, once they satisfy the curiosity, they move on. The least they could do is leave a like. If they pop in for a short time, they could leave a like or a comment. I like to read your comments, so leave some. Even if it's a what's up, even if it's a how you doing, or maybe my hair, you can comment on how close I can get to the camera. I can scoot the camera a little closer maybe, so you can hear me. I think at least 2 people are watching. We're getting there. My goal is at least 10 people. I'm going to get at least 10 people, 10 or more folks to join in and watch. And leave good comments and good chats. Questions that I can easily answer. I brought my wand today, made of oak, the mighty oak. It's called my birth tree. The oak is my birth tree because I was born in June, and it's kind of shaped like a Nimbus 2000. Because anyway, showing off my magic wand. I always like it. I like charging it up so that I can put it to good use. I can hear sirens already. So we got one person. You can chat. You can ask a question or say something nice. I would like to hear something nice today. So we had one person from Finland. I have one person that pops in from Canada from time to time. His name is Arthur, or his handle's Arthur. And I think we had somebody from Romania left a comment. How's it going, man? Welcome aboard. We got two. So this is X Trigger. I forgot where you said you were from. I was trying to keep track of where people are from. Somebody said they were from Tampa, Florida, home of the Buccaneers. Somebody just said they were from Finland. I keep repeating myself. I guess my short-term memory is starting to go. So now we have two people. Oh, Nevada. That's right. You were talking about Nevada. Asking me if I had been to Nevada. I just remember Circus, and many casinos in Nevada. And then there's Las Vegas, Nevada, where a lot of people go to entertain or to be entertained. Viva, viva Las Vegas. I hear Britney Spears is playing in Nevada or in Las Vegas. She's probably doing pretty well now. So now we've got possibly two people. Thank you for joining me. We had Harris earlier today, just before you came on, or Harris came by, T. Harris. T. Harris and X Trigger. It's all about the initials. So far, no birds have come by. We have a bird feeder full of seeds right now. Maybe they're waiting for me to leave. Once I leave, I notice once it gets colder, the birds start coming out. So now we're possibly down to one person because I'm showing 0, showing 2 likes. Maybe it's time for me to bring the puppet. Bring on the puppet. I'm learning about how to operate a puppet properly. How to make him wave. How to make him look surprised. How to make him look angry. How to make him look scared. Then I will be a master puppeteer. A master puppeteer. Fine art of puppeteering. So we had one person say hi. I think we got one person still hanging on. We're 31 minutes. 31 minutes into the show. I'm doing the best I can. Trying to be a one-man army. I have very little to work with, but I try to do the best I can. Oh, there we go. I'm doing okay. Trigger just joined us. So we're starting another powwow. We're going to add some wow to the powwow. We're going to wow them with our powwow. I love my puns. So one means there's two. I got 2 likes so far. We'll see how many likes I can get in any given day. So April of next year we'll have an anniversary. I think that's what we'll do. Have an anniversary celebration of how long I've been keeping this up. So it's Arthur and Trigger today. We had one person join us from Finland earlier. And then we also had T. Harrison. T. Harrison had to go. So now we got 3 likes. Yee-hoo! Bring on the likes. That's like chocolate and peanut butter. Or peanut butter and mayonnaise. That's pretty gross. I've had peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches. Peanut butter and jelly is the best. Chocolate and peanut butter is when you have Reese's Pieces. E.T. likes Reese's Pieces. He comes from his planet far away, so he can eat Reese's Pieces. Sounds like there's still some birds out. We got possibly 2 people, approximately 2 people. Now we got 2 people, so that probably means 3 people. We're keeping a tally. We're keeping a tally of who shows up to this wonderful outdoor powwow. Pretty soon I want to set up the fire pit. I have a little fire bowl. I got to collect a lot of pine cones. Pine cones and sticks, and also some pine needles. Not many mosquitoes out this time of year. In the summer, they drive you crazy. We have little tiny mosquitoes that bite very hard and leave big welts. And you never know you're being bitten by a mosquito until after they're finished, after they've gotten their fill. So I'm showing 2, which means 3. I'm getting obsessed with how many people show up. It's my new obsession, my new OCD. I always look up there and see how many people are listening, watching, playing games while they listen. Because you have the audio and the visual. I got to treat this like a radio show. I guess I'm getting lazy. I need to come up with some articles. I can read some articles. I was mentioning that earlier. Get some chemistry. All right. So you must be in college. You never know when a class is going to pop up. I had some night classes and some day classes, or morning classes. See ya. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's always good to have you. Again, it's not quantity, it's quality. You're in college. Well, that's good. Chemistry, if you can make some patents, you can patent certain compositions. You can make perfumes, you can make medicines. You can conduct experiments, keep journals. Chemistry always is fascinating. It's very dangerous if you're not careful. But also be rewarding, because chemicals, certain compositions can help and harm the body. So we got 3 likes. I think I already said that. We got 1 person hanging on for dear life. I was at a university like 13 years ago. There's so few universities. I think their first universities were in Greece. And there's Harvard, Yale, And they're always adding knowledge. They're always learning something new in those universities. You know, all of the studies going on in universities, a lot of new experiments and finds, research, in like social studies and science. But yeah, universities. You have to take tests and pass them in order to get into universities. You have to be already educated to get educated. I was at Feather River College for a while. I had to travel a long way to get to Feather River College because it was in Quincy, California, and I lived in Delaware, California. So it was a very long night ride there, in morning ride and then a night ride back. And I did it right after high school. I didn't give myself a break. I went right from high school into college. I went to college for a short time. I got a grant instead of getting a loan. If you can qualify for a grant, then do that, because that way you don't have to pay back your student loan. Some people save up for college, or they work their way through college. They got to work their job and do their homework, which is kind of a challenge. You work your job until your feet are sore, and then you have to show up for your class, and then you got to take all the notes and study so you can remember everything, just to forget it all. So keep your notes, kids. Keep track of your notes and make a library out of all your notes. That's what I like, is you can refer to notes. When you take them, you can always look back on them if you forget something, and then add new things to your notes. When you keep journals and notes, you can always go back and say, well, here's a new thing I learned. Most of them are like, in chemistry, there's the metals, the gases, the things that are acidic, things that are like platinum. No, wait. There's gas, solid, liquid, and plasma. And some of the elements are yeah, like I said, they're gases. And some of them are pure, like gold is pure, copper is pure, mercury is pure, and those are considered metals. Sulfur. I guess it takes some time to study all those elements, having like the periodic table of the elements, and then knowing which ones don't react violently to each other. Because sometimes you can get an explosion, or you get foam everywhere, or an acid. So yeah, that's why I say it's dangerous sometimes too. That's why when people work with chemistry, they have the goggles on, they have the gloves, they have the coat. I'm pretty sure the coat is like a protective barrier in case they splash an acid on them. I was a lawyer back then, but I quit now. Vet universities. Oh, shit. That's a lot to read at one time. I'm not a very fast reader. Sometimes attorneys can pick up a lot of money if they find clients, they get their clients, and what law they specialize in, whether it's tort law, criminal law, or some people are divorce attorneys. Some people are civil case. They handle civil cases. They handle, yeah. I guess you have to really they're like a doctor just about, because they specialize in a certain niche, certain specialty. Of course, you would specialize in a specialty. I'm sorry for not looking into the screen. I'm kind of daydreaming. I'm sitting here looking off. It was a public defender, so the government paid me. Oh, that's cool. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you at the expense of the court. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That you're guaranteed payment. You're guaranteed to be paid by the government. Was it a salary or did you get paid by case? That's always interesting. So you have to defend people who have committed a crime. There are the misdemeanors and then felonies. Fel- Check. Oh, you're paid by check. A great big healthy check. So we get. I remember looking through law books. They were teaching us how to look through law books, and back when I was taking a course called Investigative Security, and part of investigating was you had to show up in court, and they were teaching us how to look up uh, criminal cases, I guess tort cases, civil cases, and you compare your case to their case, a case that was already settled or closed. That was a long time ago. I remember that back in the 80s. In the 80s, I was taking courses like that. Investigations was pretty interesting. Trace evidence and um, and also word of mouth. A lot of times I've solved cases by word of mouth. Somebody always tells off somebody, snitching. That's how I found out. Somebody had pulled off the hood ornament of my car, and I just kept listening to people talk, and somebody snitched on the person who pulled off my hood ornament. The guy wound up paying for the hood ornament. He was forced by the authorities. Sometimes it's photographs and video evidence. People don't contest video evidence because there they are committing the crime. But sometimes film is too grainy. You know, you can't really make out the person's face, or they cover their face somehow. I heard about one. There was one guy who was standing in line at a bank, and he sprayed shaving cream all over his face, and that was how he wanted to conceal his identity. He just covered his face in shaving cream, and and it was funny because every once in a while he'd stop and he'd spray more shaving cream on his face. It's like, how the hell could you see? And another guy actually held a bush. I think it was a branch. He took a branch off of a bush, and he was walking. He was standing in line and approaching the teller, and he was hiding behind this bush. It's like he thought he was camouflaged. It's funny how people think. They call them the dumb criminals or the stupid criminals. But then there's the ones that are thwarted. I like the crimes that are thwarted or stopped. You know, somebody pulls out some pepper spray, somebody kicks somebody in the balls, or pulls out their machete from behind the counter. Somebody's trying to rob them and they pull out their machete or they pull out their pistol. I saw that one clip where a guy pulls a gun on the clerk, and the clerk pushes his hand down and then sticks the gun in his face. He was one of those concealed carry. I guess he had a holster right up in his belt, so he pushed down the assailant's pistol and pulled out his own pistol, and that stopped everything. That was kind of funny to watch. It's like, oops. I think it was RoboCop. I was watching RoboCop, that scene where the guy tries to rob a restaurant, and the restaurant was full of cops. And they all you see is laser pointers. It's fun to talk about stuff like that. I like seeing when criminals don't actually get to commit their crimes, or when they get caught, how they got caught. One guy he almost committed the perfect crime, but his fingerprint was on the ticket. I guess he was going to park, and you had to get a ticket to park, and they found the ticket in his car, and the ticket had his thumbprint on it, or one of his fingers. Probably, I think it was his thumb, but anyways, and some people leave it behind their driver's license, or they call the drug dealer on their phone. Quite funny. The stupid criminals. So I think, oh, you're watching my OCD kick in. My OCD is making me watch that I have one person, possibly two. So wait a minute. I was just talking by myself, wasn't I? I wasn't looking at anyone's questions. I think all these stuff just trigger memories. All these questions that come up, or answers. Hey, wait a minute. Somebody took away a like. There was 3 likes up there. Maybe we'll see at the end, at the very end. I'll see how many likes I wind up with. It's like feeding a monkey peanuts. It shows how well you're doing. So I hope this show is interesting so far. A little something to do in the afternoon, or while you're playing a game, or while you're doing your homework. I feel accomplished today. I was able to do one thing today, and that was renew a prescription or a subscription. So now I don't have to worry about not having what I need the next few months. I always like that, when I can accomplish something in the day. So it was T. Harrison that requested that I bring Bobo. I guess I can see how entertaining I can make this show by having a puppet. I'm trying to think of what kind of voice I can give him. I think maybe this is a good voice for Bobo. Anyway, maybe this is more for a children's show. I just like, because Jeff Dunham and there's a lot of people who have puppets, and people seem to fill audiences, they are fill showrooms or whatever they call those, amphitheaters and stadiums with their puppets. Puppets are pretty famous, all on their own. Like Grover, like Cookie Monster. That's what someone said when I had Bobo. They said, "Is that Cookie Monster?" It's like he's a couple of shades lighter than Cookie Monster. And then there's that dead terrorist. That's a Jeff Dunham puppet. Yeah. Silence! I kill you. And then there's that jalapeno on a stick. So what are you doing on that end? Are you doing homework? Are you listening to your favorite music? Oh, thank you for coming by. So I guess I could wrap this up now. We're like 51 minutes in. So we got one person, it looks like. So we'll see how this goes. It's like we're 52 minutes in, which is almost an hour. We got one person here. We're going to see if they say hi. I am being still, waiting for maybe a chat. We'll see if a chat happens. I didn't bring a musical instrument out here this time. So 1 means 2. Don't be shy, say hi. You won't have anything to lose. I can't see you. You can see me though. I see a number 1 up there, so that means there's possibly 2. Maybe I'm that interesting. I need to learn how to get out of my own head by talking, or maybe I can ask questions of you. Where are you from? Or where are you right now? I'm sorry I'm getting so close to the camera. We got one person hanging on. I can't do all the talking, can I? Oh, somebody left. So I think that's it. We're almost an hour, 54 minutes. So I think that's it for this for now. I guess the rest is comments. You could leave comments. So I guess that's it. That's it for this show. Bye for now.